Hopeson, Mrs. Diana Hopeson is here with us. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes,
Auntie Diana.
yes, it's good to see
like
you.
when I call her Auntie Diana. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
How have you been?
Has been amazing, wonderful, challenging, disappointing, appointments, joy, sadness, gladness, all mixed together. And it builds up a great experience and the joy of living. I'm really excited to be on planet Earth at this time of the decade.
Wow.
I mean, that's, you said, in that just one sentence, less than a minute long, you've spoken about joys, you've spoken about the highs, the lows, and I see smiles on your face.
Yes.
A lot of people are not very optimistic about the different stages that they go through in life. Can you shed a little bit of light on how you have journeyed through it all?
Okay, so my first decade obviously has been my childhood days. I grew up in North Kaneshie, and as a last born, moderate family, but at 15, I got born again, and everything changed. I was not happy that I was an African. It's like, I was not, and I kept asking questions. It's like everything is hard here. That's the notion that it's difficult to do things here. Oh, Abrochidi, everything is fine, and everybody, and things we see on TV.
Is it that's what you were experiencing? Were you experiencing hardships yourself, or that's what the environment was telling you?
That's what the environment was telling me, and then also, of course, the heat and everything. Sometimes I remember I had to wait for one more year because my hand would not reach my ear to go to school, and it was, and all those kind of things. And I also was not happy that I was a girl, a woman.
Oh, wow.
Yes, as young as 15, it was like, the man gets all the favors, so I was not happy. But when I got born again, I now accepted who I am, because I realized that God made the whole world, and He made things different. There are varieties, and Africa is another continent, another continent. Yeah, continent, a geographical location, and it's the same God who is here, who is the same God of the people over there, and that He has given us all opportunity and resources that you just have to make good use of what you are. I realized that no, I'm a model Diana. There's no model like me. So how do I want this model to be?
You're a very conscious 15-year-old.
Yeah.
They told me I ask questions, and if what you say is not right, I'll tell you. I don't believe it and stuff like that. So that school took me to Winneba Secondary School, and there I was singing, acting, dancing all over. I was in Assemblies of God Church, and so I got married very early. And it was because, the Bible schools for Assemblies of God, at that time, women were not admitted. It was only men. And so I got married to this young, energetic...
Was there a reason for that?
Women had various issues and stuff like that. When people do not understand our make, they take us wrongly, because every month our mental cycle times makes us different, and then after our emotions and stuff like that sometimes can take the best of us, and so sometimes men think we are a bit too, but look, we are amazing characters if you get to know us. And we make the life tick. Without us, I'm happy God made us.
I have to agree with that. I have to agree with that.
So as early as 23 was when I made the big hit. My first album was in 91, and that was He Arose from the Dead. He is Lord, He is Lord. Every knee shall bow down, and every tongue shall confess that our Lord Jesus Christ, He is Lord.
And that was a huge hit.
So that was what, 91?
That was in 91.
But that song...
That was massive.
It was on a high throughout the 90s.
We thank God. Even today, people still like it. And I get amused when I hear the Jama boys saying... And then in 93 came the Almighty Winner. With the Onyame Odomfo.
I remember that song.
Amada Saman adi kesia eno say what Yesu adomie uama ye nyankwa eni ewie unyami odomfo mese wa babedum ye amen menyami oyodomfo ao unyami Yesu yodomfo Yesu yodomfo domfa menyami oyodomfo. That same album had Winner.
Wow.
And that year
so that was a big album then.
Yes.
So what was the name of this album?
This was Yeyiwaida,
okay, so this was
but it became known as Winner. And that was what took me to the height of my career. At that time, Mary Gansa, Stella Dugan, Tego Sisters, Esther Nyamiche, they had all released. But this young little one came with some vibrancy, jumping here and there. And
so how did you feel? 23, very young, and this is 1993 Ghana.
Yes.
Even now, as a 23-year-old woman, I mean, of course, there's a lot more liberation in that sense, female liberation. But how did you feel? And people knew your name, people knew your music, they knew your voice. What was that feeling like for you?
It was exciting, and for once, for instance, my mother could say, can look at you and believe that there's some God, because she had no idea where this little girl was going to. And my father was also very happy that he stood behind us. I believe my friends and my teachers knew that I could get this far. Honestly, I was told confidentially that one person is like, oh no, Diana can do better than sing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
One of my teachers was like, oh no, I could do better, than just sing.
And how did you deal with such criticism?
Well, so my life transcended. In 2007, I became the musical president.
That's right.
And so then the policies for the industry and advocating for unionism, copyright. In fact, I went back, I've been studying a lot. I've done copyright, I've done counseling, I've done music therapy. And so I believe that I'm called into the arts. And so the arts has been my passion and my area. And I believe that if we have good policies and the people in the profession know their trade, know the dynamics of it, we can build a good economy for the nation.
I have a question. The winning the presidency for Musica is one thing. What was the experience like at the beginning when you, I think probably the first lady, to be the president of Musica, and you're there? It's still quite a patriarchal Ghana in which we find ourselves. How was that?
Honestly, there were a lot of skeptics. It was like, what can you do? I mean, you are not a businesswoman in the first place. And so how are you going to fund the whole thing and stuff like that? But I had learned how to write proposals and stuff like that. So we spread a lot. And I was happy with my opponents. There were strong, experienced musicians who also wanted the position. And so there were a lot of people trying to find the loopholes, but that rather gave me the encouragement to see what to solve and how to make it work. So I got funding to build a very first, in quotes, rehearsal studio for musicians, because I realized that apart from the church that people could go freely to rehearse, there was none that people could pay and rehearse and have good shows, buy studio time and rehearse and have better concerts. And I'm thankful to God that today, when you attend Ghanaian musical shows, you can see the difference. Now we have a lot of studios around. I also saw the need, the gap between the academia and the professional musicians.
It's always been an issue.
With Professor Nketia Emeritus, that man, amazing. At least we did some seminars and workshops to see how we could bridge that gap. And of course, whilst I was president, I linked with some of the embassies, and when their artists come, we collaborate and do workshops. So, of course, the men were watching, but they realized that I was not coming to fight them. I was just coming to build. So, at the end of the day, people like Bessa Simons, Obo, and others, they all warmed up to me. And I was also in between, not too old and not too young. So, I was able to bring them together. We still have a long way to go, but I believe that those 4 years were good. And you know, before I took over, I had seen the insult and the fight. I've seen how Alaji had to battle with a lot of court cases and stuff. You know, our area, we are very opinionated people. And so that
because
artists,
when it comes to art, each of us is a queen and a king in his or her own right. So we can do no wrong. And we can be a little arrogant.
But God has been faithful. I'm still in the industry. I'm the second vice chair for GAMRO. And at this time, with all the digitization and everything going on, I've started a publishing company. And we are working hard to meet the international standards in terms of publishing.
So how is that going? Because a lot of new forms of publishing, digital publishing is the order of the day. Even putting your work up on social media now is a form of publishing. How are you dealing with that?
Okay, so you can tell that for our industry, after the colonial days, when now the recording industry, you had just few business people coming in, investing as if it's like, excuse me to say, box of tomatoes that you have to sell to get your money. So when digitization started, most of the stalwarts who had hitherto invested in turned to other businesses. So then we really lacked that piece of executive producers and publishers. The work of publishers is actually to really register the work very well with all the details, whoever has a right, you know, and the year and everything, and then get the international codes like the IPI numbers and stuff like that.
So that the artist can just create.
Yes, you create, put it out there, and anywhere the song pops up, it traces back to the right owners. And after the Musica survey, I realized that that piece of our industry was missing. So then I stepped in with this company, and God has been faithful. We have sub-publishers almost in all the world, and we are seeing how we can meet up. GAMRO was a bit slow, but I thank God that now it has, the missing link has been brought in. And I'm looking at the next 3-4 years, we having our rights very well.
So, I mean, I want us to get more into the conversation, go back to the conversation about your life and where we're at now, because I know 50 years, Golden Jubilee, it's no mean feat. It's no mean feat if you're an individual, if you're a company, and I've seen the list of things you have planned.
That's right.
It's a whole institution.
I tell you.
But before that, we have some of your videos.
Oh, you do?
Yes, we'll like to watch them. I think there's one with a Chami Kwame. Maybe we'll look at that one first. Let's travel down memory lane.
Wow. Exciting.
Wow.
So this was in...
This was in 2016. That was after, you know, the last album I did was Ghana at 50. And it was a Happy Birthday album. And then I became his president, so I got busy, then I got married, everything. So in 2016, I decided that, look, I have to still make time. I mean, I woke up to realize that, no, if you say you wait till everything has stopped, then you start doing something you never. So as the song comes, I just go to the studio and start recording. So 2016, I announced a big comeback, started touring, then I got admission for my master's. So I stopped, put it on hold. In fact, this video you saw was made by my son, biological. He attended NAFTI.
I see.
And,
so it's a family of artists.
It's in the blood.
No, but it's a beautiful video.
So I just decided to start recording again. So from 2016, I did this single, then continued 2017. In fact, by December, I made 2 Christmas carols and then continue releasing singles. So at 50, I realized that I have enough for an album. So I released an EP that has 5 tracks. I have 3 new more that I've added. And that's a full album. It will be launched on the 27th of this month.
Okay.
That's next week, Sunday.
That's right. But I've outlined 12 music industry seminars.
Okay.
So on Thursday, we'll have the first one. It's both Zoom and virtual.
Okay.
And I believe that we need to know more, especially since the digitization is quite new. We need to make sure that people know more about copyright, publishing and stuff, so that our musicians can do better.
So that they can make money.
You see, so on the 27th at the Megland Hotel in Adenta, we have the launching, and it's going to be digital. So I've linked up with Aftown, and you can actually pre-order your song, your album.
Well, that's a big deal.
Yes.
Aftown, I mean, for those of you who don't know, Aftown in the music space is that's international business. Well done.
So we have a digital. It's ready now. You can pre-order on Aftown. It's an app. Just Google Diana Hopeson on Aftown Music, and you can pre-order. But on the launching day, it is 15 Ghana, and it's all digital. So if you are trying, you are wondering how you can have digital come for the launch, go online, pre-order, and you can have it all for yourself.
So that's the 27th.
And it's not just it's not just a concert. We're doing a competition.
Okay.
Actually, we have over 60 people who have signed up for the competition, and they're going to present some of the songs on the album. And most of the people I collaborated with will also be present. I had Eugene Zuta on a track, and on another track I have Reverend Neil Kai, Pastor Helen Yosin, even the LIC choir in Nyam.
You have the biggest names.
So that's 27th.
Okay.
But then next month, that's October. We wrote my biography. I had Daniela Buga started working on that 3 years ago. And so it will be
so we have the
launched
flyer
in
on
October.
the screen.
That's right. 20th, that is Sunday.
This coming
Sunday. It's Women in Worship. Musical concert.
We have that on the screen right now.
And all the legends, Mary Gansa, Stella Dugan, Esther Nyamiche, Helena Rabos.
I was going to ask you about Helena Rabos. I haven't heard her name. Wow.
So on the 20th, come to UPSA, you see all of them at 4.
Nice.
We'll be there in a wonderful concert. So in October is the autobiography launch. And then November, we have a mixed folio an album launch. So the publishing company, GH Music Publishing, will bring out its first sheet music. You know, most music students will not get Ghanaian songs to even practice with.
Yes,
so we've produced the first one, and we'll release it in November.
Are there plans to teach young Ghanaian musicians how to score as well? Or at least write lead sheets?
Yeah, that's why we're doing these sheets. As part of the policies we advocated for music to have its continuous reign, because at a point there were a lot of gaps. I mean, you can do it to this level and stuff like that. So yes, it's to give them resource so they can learn. And then in December we're going to have a Christmas pageant. 24th of December. So it's like a carols night, but there will be no reading of scripture. The reading will be acted out. So it's going to be a music theater. In January we'll have Epiphany. It's a feast. In February, Dr. Hopeson would lead us in a wonderful Valentine's.
So for those of you who didn't know, Dr. Hopeson of Farm Life on 97.3 City FM fame, he's been on Breakfast Daily several times. He is the able husband of Diana Hopeson. Yes, and he's been a backbone.
I tell you, I mean, if you heard the Asida song, there's a line I said, my second chance, I mean, life with Akumi was a whole bundle of a different experience. And I still thank God for his life. May his soul rest in peace. Because though he was a broken body, he still fulfilled his purpose on earth, despite his shortcomings and limitations. And after that life was over, there were days that I thought that was the end of my life. Because we had 7-nation tour, in Europe and stuff like that. I was on big platforms. He was my manager. But life and its issues, and I had to still live with it. And I thank God that I survived. And today, at his own time, after 10 years of being a single parent, he blesses me with marriage again, and it's still wonderful. I would tell people not to give up. If someone listening and your heart is broken, and it's true, the person has hurt you so much, you are feeling the pain, please look up to me and know that it will be better. I have been there. it will be better. I mean, the person is alive, and yet you have to mourn and let the person go from your life. You think about the days you've shared, and you just don't want to that terrible dream to go on. Please don't give up, because life, if you are alive, there is hope. It's only the dead who can do nothing. And so it goes on February, the Valentine. In March, we'll do a Ghana special concert, concert specially for Ghanaian music. And then in April, we'll also have another Easter celebration where we'll put up the crucifixion in a theatrical way. And then, February, March, April, May, we will have another mixed folio lunch. And then we'll have GH Music Artist on Parade. We'll crown it in July with Women in Creative Arts Honors.
Oh, fantastic.
That was the last event I did as musical president. I realized that the women in the creative arts space needed some kind of awards to boost their morale. And I looked out for those who are the elderly ones. And since that time, we've not done it again. So I want to do it so that we can have some more young ones also.
That's brilliant. Thank you. Thank you, Auntie Diana. Thank you for coming. Happy birthday. Happy 50th. We're so proud of you. Always celebrate you. And we need to bring you back on our relationship segment one of these days, because you have a lot of nuggets that I think we need to share. Thank you.
And I want to thank City TV for collaborating with me on this 50th. There's a lot of activities, and I'm happy that you brought me here to share with everyone what the Lord has done.
Very welcome. Thank you, Auntie Diana. Thank you.
Well, we've been speaking with Diana Hopeson, who is celebrating her 50th anniversary on Earth, and for the fantastic rollout of various events and activities.
Hi there. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends.
This is Breakfast Daily on City TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on City TV.